All right, so we in there, my dog. What's up? If you want to, just give a quick info, know your name and where you're from, right quick, my brother.
Man, what's good with it? Boy, Kiki reported for duty. Big OG, you heard me? Yeah, real talk. From the woods, originally Vietnam, if you originally from back here. I'm definitely an 80s baby from back then, this jump.
My my thing, I never knew you. Not saying it's crazy, but there's a reason why. That's what we're gonna get into. I never knew you. I'm from back here. I don't know anything but Woodmill, and never knew you. Why is that, dog?
Because when I came home, I'm about to tell you right now, when I left civilization, you was maybe 8.
See what I'm saying?
So, make a long story short, I'm a product of the system. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely a state baby. Went in there in 1994, come home in 2011. At 16 for 2 counts of first-degree murder, armed robbery, and feticide. Young cat back here, yeah, I definitely was wilding. But the charges that I laid down on, it wasn't mine. But to make a long story short, that brings me to where I am and who I am today. But I'm glad that you do know me, big dog. You heard me? It's all love. You know what I'm saying? I pay homage when homage is due.
That's all it was. I just wanted to give that segue into why I don't know you. It's because you weren't around by the time I pretty much started fucking around. You know, you was already on some on the journey.
Some Joseph shit.
You was already on the journey. Yeah.
I was building. Actually, I was in college.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
School of the Hard Knocks.
I'm not gonna agree with that just to tickle your balls either. Pause. I know for a fact there's more that you gonna learn in that thing, as far as dealing with people and mentalities, than you learning in these colleges where you just leaving with a house note with no house. You know what I'm saying? If you using that time correctly. If you're using that time correctly.
You got cats that come home and still.
That's what I'm saying. But it's not just to say that everyone who's done time has done time. A lot of these dudes are praising time. You feel me? Whereas I see from you, your demeanor, you'll be the first one to tell somebody, I dare you to praise that shit. There's nothing to praise. So what else have you seen in there that's changed you? Because
this is kind of the terminology that I have in my walk throughout this criminal justice reform era right now. Being as though I sat in there for so long for something that I didn't do, but still having the mentality of the person who did what they did while being incarcerated. I feel to believe that, yes, I can definitely praise my time. And to a good fashion, though. Not coming out here saying, nigga, I jost and you ain't gonna play with me. I'm built like that.
Different way.
Yeah, I praise mine because I've grown.
Gotcha.
I've learned wisdom. I've learned understanding. I've learned leadership. I've learned how to follow. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in a position to where it's all about my individuality and who I am and what I'm going to do in my pursuit of liberty. You know what I'm saying? Which is structured in our Constitution. A declaration of a Constitution is basically, we all have our right to pursue liberty and happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that they can't take from us.
What issues do you find with your Constitution, though?
I find a lot of issues with the actual Constitution because the Constitution don't vary anything that's in the benefit of the black man. Basically, when they wrote the Constitution in the first 3 letters, we the people, first 3 words, we the people. At that particular point,
we're not talking about you.
The heavy melanated man was not the people. We were still 3/5 of one person. So the Constitution basically don't stand on my grounds, but since they hold it up as high as they do, I think that the only way that we can actually, should I say, create equality is if we get inside of that system that's already structured and pull a few screws out, pull a few bolts out. You feel where I'm coming from? Because if you look at it, our world is actually a well-oiled machine. We have our educators, we have our pharmacists, we have our, we have our physicians, we have our scientists.
It really is. It really is.
Everything is working. Education.
Everyone's needed.
Our education is already put in place to where we can already excel, but now it's coming to the point to where everything has actually evolutionized, but education. You feel what I'm talking about? So we need to try to figure out more ways that we can allow the education that we employ into our youth the opportunity of learning it hands-on. So they, when instead of them just reading it in a book, that's why our laws are so fucked up, because people that has not experienced these laws have written these laws. So they don't know what's humanizing or dehumanizing.
And check this out. It almost seems as though, like, whereas you should be able to go to your government or whatnot to find a way to...
You can, and that's what I'm doing.
No. I'm talking about to, like, learn your way or to learn which route you want. It's almost like you have more people having to go the way of entrepreneurship and finding a way on your own to get it, because your government is not there to help. You have to be creative on your own.
But listen, we can go to the government.
In terms of what?
We can go to the government if we find any type of discrepancies the way that this world is structured. If we find any type of discriminations into any which way that this United States of America is structured, we can take that to our government, our local government, and our state government, and our federal government, and address this. We have to address it with enough zeal, enough power, and enough education as we can to really address this, and we can implement changes. I've been home 9 years now, and I have changed 2 constitutional amendments. I have changed 3 state laws, and I have changed 4 local resolutions, just dealing with criminal justice, because it's to the point to where we have to know how to implement this change. And the way that you implement this change is that we have to organize, mobilize, and educate.
Hold up, man. I know you did all that now. Hold up. I seen you was moving, but wait, you changing laws? Really, just listen. I'm sitting here in my head. Man, bro, you think that stuff really works? You think that changed something? And then your next line was, I done changed 2, 3, 4.
I changed 3 constitutional amendments last year alone.
When you say constitutional, you mean you mean federal?
Constitutional, federal, around the United States of America's mandated. It started in Louisiana. Yes on 2, non-unanimous jury ballot initiative, which was put on the ballot last year in November. So
explain. So what did you change? Explain in layman's terms.
I'm about to tell you right now.
All right.
A non-unanimous jury. Okay, so if you was to get arrested by the police, you go to jail. You go through your proceedings. Now you go to trial. Your jury consists of 12 people of your peers. It speaks of 12 people of your peers. Okay, right. So when you go into for a capital case, such as myself, my first trial in 1996, 12 jurors, 10 of them said that I was innocent, 2 of them said that I was guilty. 10 of them said that I was guilty, 2 of them said that I was innocent. In any other state other than Oregon, if it would take all 12 people to actually send you to prison for life. But the state of Louisiana and Oregon was still practicing Jim Crow laws. If you're not familiar with Jim Crow, you need to read the book. You can read Michelle Alexander's The New Jim Crow. You can read the Willie Lynch theory. It's a lot of different books that you can read to educate yourself on these issues. But here, this is what I'm talking about. Last year was on the ballot, organized around the state of Louisiana, New Orleans, Homer, Lafayette, Shreveport, Monroe, Baton Rouge. And we actually passed that constitutional amendment last year with the vote of 72%, which never happened in the state of Louisiana. We had almost 1 million people that was educated enough about this issue and knowing that it was racist, and that's why our institutions are so packed with young black men, because we were never judged by a jury of our own peers. So that's one law that I've had the opportunity of co-authoring and writing and working with other attorneys and lawyers and bill makers. It was a coalition of people, but Kiana had a major role in it. Okay, the second law, given the opportunity, awarding the right, I ain't gonna say opportunity, awarding the rights of 43,000 people in the state of Louisiana the opportunity to vote while on probation or parole. That was a law that was passed last year, Act 636. So and right now, man, it's huge that we have. Actually, out of the 43,000 people, we're actually registering these people. I am out there every day registering these people, and I have like 1,700 people registered already just since November of 2018, which is huge.
So look, I don't want to cut you off.
Oh, I could keep going.
I know. I want to
It's
get
work.
and all I'm seeing when I'm hearing you talking is I want to know about the process of how you got to be this individual, because you're amazing me right now. Hearing obviously the vigor that you've had to have in order to.
And I don't do this for accolades.
No, of course.
No, because
so what changed you? What hit you and changed your initiatives?
My journey in life has instilled inside of me so much passion for people.
Straight up.
By me sitting in jail for murdering 2 people that I didn't know, never saw a day in my life, and I'm really losing my entire existence inside of this institution. I'm a dog in basketball. I'm a dog in football. I'm a dog in baseball. I could have been in any league doing anything, but by me having the lack of leadership and the lack of mentors and tutors out here, I wouldn't have ended up in prison. I wouldn't. Because they would have been like, say, little nigga. Like I do these little dudes walking up and say, little man, come on, what you cursing? What you doing all that cursing for around here?
Say, man, I got a whole other video I want to make on the importance of a life coach or a life mentor. Mm-hmm. What do you feel about that?
I'm with that. I am a life coach. I am a life coach and a mentor to many. Mm-hmm. And I also have people who's my mentor and who's my life coach. And I stand on their shoulders.
Straight up.
So this is not your pops.
Mm-hmm.
That's my life coach.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say it's been a minute since I sat down and talked to him. Mm-hmm. But that's my life coach. When I was broke, busted, and disgusted, I met this man at a shop when my mama was getting her car fixed. Man sat down and just told me, son, I want to pray for you right now.
Straight up.
Don't know me from time, dick, and hair, and I was at the bottom of my barrel.
You don't need to.
You heard me? And I was cutting his grass and everything.
Straight up.
Yeah, riding the bike with the gas can to put the gas in the can and riding the bike back and cutting his grass. Straight up. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want $1 for that, but you know what?
But it was love.
He put $10 in my pocket, $15 in my pocket. And you know what I did? I came and I get it to my mama. Because I'm the dude that used to stand in with me from 2015 to 2017 with a sign that said, our voices matter, unity stands, stand up. That was my job, waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning, going stand up on the corner at 8K and post with my motherfucking sign. Matter of fact, my sign was so shitty, I had my shit written on the cardboard. You heard me? For like 3 days, nigga pull up on me. Nigga like, say, man, you always up here. I'm like, word. He like, I'm coming back, man. Come back and threw me 3 laminated signs.
Straight up.
Straight up. Yeah, man.
God moving.
I'm staying with you.
God moving.
Moving. I was at 15 or 17 when I was doing that type of shit.
Say, bro, you messing me up right now, son. I ain't even know none of that.
And from now
mm-hmm.
to the motherfucking governor's mansion, nigga. Piffing on the motherfucking governor's world. I'm piffing in motherfucking Edwin Edwards rocking chair, nigga, on the front fucking yard, nigga, from the house,
from
nigga.
Cutting one lawn to smoking piff on the governor lawn.
Oh, man, from picking cotton, nigga, to fucking smoking piff on the governor's lawn. And not just up there smoking like
cotton.
And not just up there, I'm VIP in this bitch. They won't see me. He won't talk to me.